Why?
We're all a mess in our own way. Welcome to the friend you need. Let's talk today.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you get to introduce yourself? Do we have to introduce her?
Julian, what the fuck?
I'm having a blackout right now.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of The Friend You Needed. Today we're here with,
Hanna.
yeah, she is the friend you needed today. And we're gonna be talking about a bit of everything actually.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, before we start, do you wanna introduce yourself?
I'm Hanna. I'm 17 years old and
Baby.
I'm Julian's little sister. Yeah. Yeah, that was it.
Is that all?
I don't know.
Is that who you are? She's Julian.
I mean, you were known for that in high
Yeah.
school.
Yeah, I
Don't-
was.
Cut this part, because his ego, is gonna grow like this. She is not Julian's little sister. She is, but she
I'm myself too. So.
yeah.
Yeah.
She got me a very cool lamp for Christmas, and it's orange, and it's right here.
You can lick it.
She always... Anyways! Okay. As always, we always do, a little, questions before we actually start with, the actual questions. Do you want to make up one out of your mind, or do you want me to... We always do one. This one has to come.
Yes.
Which is, if you had to pick one food for the rest of your life. She's a picky eater.
Oh.
It's gonna be pizza or fries.
No, I think it would be wraps.
Oh, I would say
I love
strawberries.
Oh, strawberries too, but it wouldn't be like a
Yeah.
dinner thing.
Yeah, wraps. I've seen you eat wraps a lot.
Yeah, wraps are really nice, like with the chicken in it. So
I like wraps when I go to the beach and it's easy to pack. Not forever. For example, what's the one thing you're most afraid of?
losing someone,
Okay.
like a dear one.
I thought you were gonna say heights or something.
No, because I'm not most afraid of that. I'm most afraid of losing someone in my life that's important to me. But if I should choose something that I'm scared of regularly, I would choose heights.
How scared of heights are you?
Really, when I was little, there was speeltuin?
Playground.
A playground.
Pull up Google Translate.
I'm Google Translate.
There is a playground near us, and I would climb on that, but I wouldn't go downstairs because I was just too scared to move, and it was the height of your room.
Oh no, but I used to be really scared of heights too.
Yeah.
I'm not anymore. For example, this summer now, when we were in Vietnam, we went to, what's that called? The thing that we did on the trees.
Oh, tree climbing.
Yeah, we did tree climbing, and I really wanted to do it, but once we got there, Julian did it in 5 minutes.
Banger, bro. I was
5
fucking
minutes.
Yeah.
banger.
And I was
with that shit.
every single step, I was like, I got this, and he was just going and going, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh my god, my heart, I will still do it,
Yeah.
but I'm really scared.
That's
My dad
me.
is also terrified of
Yeah.
everything. of heights.
We went climbing every year when we were going
Young.
on vacation when we
In France.
yeah friends.
Which was goated.
But one time I was
Fucking
too
love
scared
that.
to move forward, so I had to be rescued out of the tree.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, that is, yeah, I get, those circus things that I went to a hotel with my family and it's a Club Med, and then we had activities to do, the circus things where you have to grab.
Trapeze.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And I really wanted to do it because I'm always when I put something in my mind, I want to do it. So I went there and they told me oh, if you go there, you cannot go back because you cannot climb the stairs down, only up. And I was like, okay. I got there and I was for 30 minutes crying, bawling my eyes out. I didn't want to go, and then they pushed me. It was awful. It was awful.
That
Yeah.
I wish I had that guy's job. That's amazing. Just wait around for little kids that are just crying and just make them do it anyway.
Yeah, I don't think I want you to be the dad of my kids, actually. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so it all started in what, 4th year of high school?
No, not even the 4th.
You're younger than that?
Elementary school.
Yeah,
last
elementary
year,
school.
Elementary school.
It was the last year of elementary school, and there was this one girl who I was best friends with, like really good with. And my mother would always say about her, like, watch out, she's not a good friend.
They always know.
Yeah, she always knew, like with every friend. And then I didn't listen to her. I never listened. And then one day we had a fight in school about a board game. It's a Dutch board game.
Which one?
Ganzenborden. And it was weird because I told her, like, no, those aren't the rules, and then she was mad.
Was it
at
about
me.
rules?
Yeah, it was about the rules of the game, and I knew the rules of the game because I played it that much, and she didn't. But then she got mad, and then eventually she just, like, I don't know what happened, but she turned everyone against me in my class, like the last month of the year.
Ugh.
Yeah, so.
If
yeah.
she's seeing this, I'm gonna turn everyone against her now.
Yeah, so that was the first year I got, like,
All because of a board game.
all because of a board game. I know.
But did you guys, like, ever talk after? Like, what happened? Because you
No.
were best friends, right?
Yeah,
And then you
yeah.
have one fight, and then what?
Then I was just mad at her. I was sad, and then I had one friend that I had from the first group till the last, and she stuck with me on the last month with me. So she helped me get through it, and then after that I didn't spoke to that friend anymore, and we never talked about it. Like, she texted me one time, sorry, on Instagram, but I ignored it. Yeah, she did, but I didn't have much to say because it was already 3 years later.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so I just let it be.
Yeah, but I mean, if she did text you 3 years later, it did, like, traumatize her, too.
Yeah.
What a bitch, though. But why would she tell people for them to stay, like...
I don't know. I never knew what she told the people of my class who turned against me. I never knew what she told them.
But that was elementary school.
Yeah. But it didn't matter anyway because after that I went to high school and then I made new friends anyway. You never take the friends you got on the elementary school with you.
What happened in high school?
So much. High school was like a roller coaster.
Yeah, you had a lot of bad luck with friends.
Yeah, I did. On the first year, it was... I got a lovely friend. She was Russian. It was like a lovely girl. I love her. I still do.
Do you still talk?
No, we don't. No, that's the sad part about it.
Why don't you reach out, though?
Because I think she's busy with, like, other friends. She's... she's rich. Like, really rich.
Yeah, like, she's rich.
And, she's mostly...
That's another
busy
reason
with-
for you to get... I mean it, like, really rich.
I know. She had a hot tub in her
Really?
house. Yeah. And a sauna.
Oh, is she still in the
By
Netherlands?
technicality, Grandma and Grandpa have a hot tub in their house too. So
Did your mom ever had a tanning bed in her house?
yes,
A tanning bed.
yes, zonnebank.
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
It was a device that she would put like next to her bed.
Yeah.
A
yeah.
device?
I remember.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Yeah.
I
That's
remember.
not what you told me.
It's friendship and where it started and then how it went on to high school and what
Yeah.
happened in high school. So what happened in
Yeah.
high school?
Where should we start with?
I think I should start with only the last year of high school because the years before that I had like a friend group with 3 other friends.
Who were, from my recollection, they were nice, but they were just not really aligned
that
with you.
I really had to change myself to fit in that group.
Because they were religious as well, right?
Yeah, two of them.
Yes, they were Islamic.
Yeah, and I didn't care about
I'm
that.
not saying anything.
I didn't care
I'm not
about that
saying
because
anything about that. I'm just saying like you have to adjust to that. I had when I was.
Dude, my sister is a full Christian now. She goes to sleep with a Christian bracelet, and she goes to church every morning. Doesn't really affect,
yeah,
like,
What? Of course it does.
but
But and definitely like Islamic a lot more because it's from a completely different region.
yeah,
Like that's not comparable to us at all.
let's hear your sister.
it was like I had to adjust to fit in the group because they all had like some things in common and I didn't have anything with
But
them
were
in
they
common.
all?
No, two of them were, and then one other was from Suriname.
Yeah.
Suriname.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
They have some good food.
yeah, and so yeah, they had all had something in common,
But you didn't.
but I didn't. I was just the blonde Dutch girl.
The basic one.
Yeah, so it was a lot of. I heard a lot about that too from them, like, oh, you're like Dutch, and it was hard for me to fit
Yeah.
in that group. And then there were a couple of times that I had so much fun with them, but there were also a couple of times that I just thought, well, I'm not liking being here right now. I would rather be alone right now than be doing this with them.
Then why would you go at all?
I don't know. I was scared of losing
Okay, and then
losing friends and being alone, definitely, because I was I've always been scared to talk to people my age. So it was hard making friends, and those girls were actually the same in that, actually. They were shy, as like me.
Yeah, they never talked to me ever.
No, they didn't.
Like they've never said a word to me.
No.
But I think since I met you, I think you changed a bit, and you're way less shy than when I met you. But not only because I'm not saying with me, obviously, like, it's normal, but like, even when you meet new people, you're super talkative, and when I
Yeah.
met you, you're really shy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that changed a lot, but that's because of my school now, because I have to talk. Like, I don't have a choice, so they just put you in front of someone you don't know and you have to talk to them. So
Yeah.
that's what I learned, but I'm still scared to talk to people my age.
But what do you mean your age? Is it like easier for you to talk to older people?
It is.
Why?
Like for my job, for example, I
Okay,
work
okay.
with elderly people.
But you're talking about people being 17 or like 80. I'm talking about like older
Like
people.
40.
No,
Or-
no, but
What?
I was talking older people. Older people. I think we mean like older people like in their 20s.
No, she was talking about her job, and her job are elderly
No, but what do
people.
you mean?
I was talking about
People
In the
in their
20s.
20s.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like my friends.
yeah. Or is that the same for people your age?
No, that's older for me. Like the people from my age, it's like around 16, 17, 18.
Yeah.
Or 19. But yeah, it's mostly like the people that are in the 20s, they don't judge. I know they don't judge.
True.
And I know that people my age, like around 17, 16,
Your age is
even
the
14,
worst.
they judge so
Man,
quickly.
I'm
and
scared of people your age too.
Yeah,
like,
so
like if I see a guy in a fat bike and it's around your age, I'm running away. Like
Yeah.
I can't.
I know. So that's what I mean with people my age. They judge so quickly.
True.
And I'm so afraid of that because I'm like, if I talk to people, there are questions in my head like, oh, do they like me, or am I weird, or am I like,
You start overthinking.
yeah, I start overthinking so bad, and then eventually I still have it with my friends from now. They are like the best friends, like two friends that I have from school. I love them. I really love them, but I asked them recently, like, do you like me? Do you actually like me? And they asked, what do you mean? That's like a weird question. Of course we like you. But for me, it's not a weird question. For me, it's like, but how do you,
You know,
how are you
that's
friends with me?
that's a you like that's the issue
I
you have with
know.
yourself because you've asked me the same thing. Not
I
if I liked you,
know.
but I remember when you asked me like, aren't you like bored of me? Like, why are you
Yeah.
still hanging out with me? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, why would I be bored of you? But I think that's like a thing that you have with yourself because you have to accept yourself better.
Yeah.
Because I think you don't understand what people see in you because
Yeah.
you don't see that in yourself.
I know, and that's because recently I've been like myself again. But when I was in high school, I was always trying to fit in, and I was never truly myself.
No, I think you're really weird, but I like you. I mean, you cried because you broke a strawberry cup, man.
Oh my god.
That is
okay.
true. That is.
Ow.
Smart.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
But also, basic is boring.
Yeah,
So,
I know, but
why would you want to be like, okay, I don't know. I don't think that those kind of people watch this, but I hate the typical Dutch people. Like, I hate them. I think they're so boring, and
I think a couple of them might.
Who?
Like typical Dutch people.
Who?
I mean, I don't know, but like.
Name one. I don't know anyone.
Like, remember, like the guy that was talking about Burke. Like, I had no connection with him whatsoever. He watched our podcast.
If he's your friend, he's not a basic Dutch.
Yeah,
But for
he's
example-
he's my friend now.
But
he
for
wasn't
example,
before.
Victor, my friend Victor, he is like a basic Dutch guy, and I love him. But like, he is not that basic Dutch guy around me. That's just the image he gives off. You know what I mean? Like when he's
Yeah.
around other people, he's that. And that's what I don't like because exactly what you're saying. I feel like they do that to fit in. But like, why do you want to fit in?
yeah.
It's so boring.
But that's still what I have around other people, though.
Yeah,
When
I know.
I'm not with you or with any friends, and I'm in public, I'm really basic.
If I saw you in the street, I would be like, basic Dutch girl. Like, exactly. But I like it. This was mine, so I can't really.
I was gonna say that, like how.
And
Because
for what it's worth, everybody always thinks that she's Dutch as well.
True.
So,
True.
Yeah,
That is
but that's
true.
because you're blonde.
But I don't want basic.
But you're really
Yeah.
brown though, so I don't know how they think that.
Brown.
Did you see how brown people look? Brown people are like Indian people.
No. What
Tanned.
did they call us at the park?
Dupenotty.
Like
Like, it was like-
That was such a weird conversation because I was like, "What did you say?" And we were like, "What are we talking about?"
Yeah, my two friends from school said that, like that we looked like Dupenotty.
Yeah, we did.
Oh.
Anyways, continue your story. You were
Um,
talking about how you like that
Those,
friend group
yeah,
and you
3
had to
girls.
adjust.
Yeah, eventually I was like separating from them because it was the 3rd year, and in the 3rd year I got a level lower, so I had to go to a different class, and they would go to different classes too, because one of them stayed in the 3rd, I went to the 4th with the lower level, and then 2 of them went to the 4th with the higher level.
Yeah.
And we made a deal, like, okay, we're gonna speak to each other after summer when we're going back to school. We're still gonna be friends. We're gonna do things together. And I said, okay, I don't know, I will be making new friends probably, but I can still,
Sure. Yeah.
do something. Then, in the 4th, I came back. On the first day, I met this girl.
I don't like your face.
We started class with like, okay, now hello everybody.
The one that had the makeup filter, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And the teacher just said we were going to a tree climbing thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was near to our house. So I knew the route that we were going to bicycle. Cycle? Bike.
She's getting nervous.
No, I'm like.
Yeah, you neither. I think
Okay.
you've told me about this, but yeah.
Yeah,
don't
and then I walked up to her. I said, "Hi, I know you're not from this city. Do you want to bike with me? Then
Where it is.
we can, then we can both go there. And then she said, yeah, of course. So on that day we started being friends, and we had like other friends, like we met other girls there at the tree climbing place, and one of them was Hungarian. She was the worst.
I don't think she was
the
an
worst.
actual Hungarian, was she?
I don't know.
Was
She
she a
lied.
fake one?
She lied about everything. About everything. She lied about having a house near our house. She lied
She's a
about.
pathological liar.
Yeah, it was really bad.
But it was about things that you could literally kind of check.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna be a pathological liar, lie about things that people are never gonna find out. Like,
But Jim, pathological liars lie about everything.
I mean,
That's the whole thing
Okay,
about
but then,
pathological liars.
be
Yeah.
better, you know? Like, don't lie about things like from, because she said things like from, I have a pool in my backyard. And then
Yeah.
you could go to, and then, like, literally you go to her house, you check in the backyard, there's no fucking pool there.
Actually,
Yeah.
it was removed yesterday.
Yeah, like, you're just gonna keep on doing that, you know? Like, that's so dumb. Like,
Mhm.
lie about things that you can lie about.
Did you know actually when that's the time that I didn't spoke to her anymore, but she lied about living in Breda, so she would take the bike in the train and then cycle to school so she could tell like, oh yeah, I live nearby.
Wait, what? Was this in this school? What school?
Like in Breda, she went to school somewhere here in Breda. The
But what was the lie? I'm confused.
she lied about living here in Breda.
But when this happened, where were you studying? Were you in Breda or in Dordrecht?
I studied in Breda too.
Oh, okay.
At that time.
Oh, so you've been studying here for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know. So
Yeah.
she also studied here,
Yeah,
and she lied about living here.
yeah. So
So what would she do? She would take the bike.
she would take the bike and the train. She would,
Oh,
put it
so that she
here,
would pretend that
and
after
then, yeah.
school she would bike home.
yeah, and then she could pretend that she went with the bike to school.
How did you find out?
Because I saw her with the bike, and then after I heard from like everyone that she lied about living here, and then I thought, why would you do that?
But what, like,
Or just leave the bike at the station. Like, why would you take your
Yeah.
bike every fucking day?
guys, I live in Breda. I don't bike anywhere. Like, you don't have to.
No,
do-
I
like,
know. But I would do that. Like, if I were to live here, I would bike everywhere.
Yeah, but like that's so stupid. But like, if you guys aren't friends with her, you would end up going to her house, which is not in Breda. So
Exactly. That's what I was
That's
talking about.
that's the part too. We never went to her house. None of us ever did go to her house.
well.
Yeah. So
Like, if you're
I
gonna
don't
lie
know.
about it, then do something that they
What
can
are
never
the
check.
what are like the craziest things she lied about?
oh no, there was this one crazy thing, and that's I don't know. But she would spread rumors also about my boyfriend, about that he would sell coke and everything. She would spread rumors like that and then tell that to everyone, but that wasn't even true. Yeah, so it's like those. Everything she said was.
Wait, but that's none of the girls you showed me.
No, that's another girl. That was one of the girls that was in my friend group.
How many girls were they? There was the one that the one with makeup, the
yeah.
other one.
Yeah,
and
but
then,
the other one,
wait.
without the makeup,
Yes.
she wasn't part of the group in the beginning of the year because she didn't study at my school then. She was already a level, like a group higher than us.
Okay.
So it was the one with the makeup, the one that lies, the one. There was another one. She was so nice. I actually do speak to her now. She. I don't know. How do I explain her? Alicia.
Oh, Alicia.
Yeah. She's really nice. She's just
She's
herself.
she's just chill. She's a little weird, but because
Yeah.
of she's a little weird, she's also kind of cool.
Yeah.
She's just special.
Yeah. And I love her.
Skater
and,
girl.
Yeah. And then there was one other girl, and
Julian,
she
why are you
was-
acting like this? He's like, yeah, he's just this. And this.
Because that's what she
Yeah,
would like. I
yeah.
knew her. Like she
Yeah.
was cool. She was chill.
Yeah,
like
she
she was. She was always. You could have a little chat with her, and you wouldn't talk for like weeks, and it didn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there was this last girl. We were a group of 5, and then there was this last girl. I don't even know how to explain her. She can be really spicy. I don't know.
Okay.
She can be really bitchy, but she was nice to you if you were nice to her. So
Okay. But I agree by that. I stand by that.
yeah,
If you're nice to like me, then I'm
Yeah.
nice to you. If you're a bitch to me, I'm a bitch to you.
yeah. But she could be like a real bitch. Like ugh, she could be scary. But yeah, eventually.
How scary.
I don't know. Maybe if she sees this, she's gonna search for me. But yeah, I don't know. It was a really toxic friendship. It was a really toxic friend group. It wasn't good at all. None of us had like something in common. We were all different girls, and then yeah, eventually it would just be fighting all the time.
Yeah.
And then one time it was I got, how do you say that? I needed surgery because I was sick. I was like, I don't know how you say that, but
What?
blinde darm.
You needed surgery.
Yeah, I needed surgery.
Blind bowel surgery.
Yeah, and then I told my friends, and they didn't really care about it. So they like said okay, and then I had the surgery. I had a week off of school. They never texted me like, "How are you doing?" Never. And then there was lots of times that they were hanging out with each other without me. And then I would say like, yeah, but why don't you text me? And then they would say like, well, you aren't texting us if you could come. And then I said like, yeah, but I've just got out of the hospital and I don't want to text if I could come. I don't want to invite myself to things every time.
Obviously.
Yeah. So they didn't understand that. And they were just like really mean. And then, yeah. And then
I can beat them up, you know.
okay. Then there was a part of high school that actually that was really mean of me, but we got
I've never seen you be mean ever.
No, because I did it sneaky like yeah. We got into a fight, and then there was only the girl with the makeup, me, and the skater girl. So eventually the one with the makeup would tell things about me that weren't true to everyone, and we weren't friends anymore for a bit. Then she didn't expect that, but I made like a lot of friends when I wasn't friends with her anymore. I made a whole friend group.
Ooh, that would have driven didn't
Yeah.
that drive her like insane?
That drove her
Yeah,
insane.
those girls get insane when that
Because
happens.
I told everyone what she did. I showed everyone her text to me, how she was to me, because she was like sending me voice notes like just be normal and like mean stuff, really
I think
mean
we
stuff.
talked about this because I told you I had like a similar situation where like she acted like a girlfriend and she
Yeah.
got like really obsessed.
Yeah.
And then you said, yeah, same, and then you talked about
Yeah. And then, after the voice notes, I let everyone hear the voice notes. I showed everyone the text about her, how she really was. And then everyone believed me, and then, they wouldn't talk to her. So, eventually, she came up to me, and she was like, okay, hi, can we talk? And me, I said, okay, sure, we can talk. Then we walked around the school for like an hour long. We talked for so long. And eventually, I forgave her. Yeah, that was the biggest mistake of my life. But when I forgave her, she was in my friend group at that time. We had like a really big friend group. It was almost the whole year together, and I let her join in. Then came her boyfriend. It was so bad, and yeah.
He got a tattoo of her, for her name, right?
Yeah, no, not of her name.
Just
Of
the
like
letter
the
R.
R. Yeah.
And then they broke up a couple months later, so I guess the R stood for retarded.
Yeah.
Is that the part we're supposed to laugh now?
Yeah.
Because you said that and you looked and you waited.
It's a very overused joke. I've said it to everybody when they broke up.
Yeah. But
Did everyone laugh?
Yeah, they laughed their asses off. Kiana thought it was hilarious.
Of course he did.
but that's because
You can say anything to Keanu and he
no,
will laugh.
no, and that broke hell, like
And then it got
hell
really
broke
bad.
loose about the. It was in that time we weren't friends anymore with the liar and with the spicy and skater girl. We were only with the makeup one and the other one.
The farmer one.
Yeah, yeah, and.
That's the nicknames that we got for them. Like Keanu and me had that nickname. We called them the farm. Because
Really?
you had, yeah, because like I'm just gonna say their names. We were young or younger, okay? We were like 18. So back then it was funny. We called like one the rich liar. We called her the pig because she was fat as fuck. Then you had one of them that was you had the girl that was the horse. And then you had the makeup girl, which was the cow, because of the,
The boobs.
yes. That's why and then we named them like that.
Now we're doing a mental health podcast. It's kind of messed up. Anyways, did your sister had an animal too?
I don't know. I think maybe something like the chicken, because it was like to finish it off, so.
You were a chicken?
The
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah, because you were afraid.
You're a
and
chicken.
because you were a pussy. So you're a
Then
chicken.
it's a cat.
No, because like, are you chicken? They say that
Are
in
you
Back to the
going to
Future.
chicken out or
They
something?
say that in Back to the Future all the
Oh,
time.
you're a chicken.
You chicken
I
McFly.
hate chickens. I hate chickens.
I love to eat them.
McFly.
Dude, I've been talking about eating animals so often lately that it's getting creepy. Like Magdalena's always talking about eating frogs. Because that's normal in Croatian. Then, yeah, Ray and the dogs. And then and me and the snails. The snails is normal.
No. Snail?
Snail. What do you guys eat that is weird? And then everything you eat. Yeah, you have cookies with lies on, so you guys win.
we have horse wiener meat. That's frikandel. No, frikandel is just every
Yeah.
disgusting part of meat that you don't eat usually, and then they mash all of that disgusting meat together, and then they fry it.
Yeah, but how do you like it?
It's fucking amazing.
I thought it was like all trash and
Yes, that's trash meat.
Oh.
It's meat that we don't use. You can't use it. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
And we make frikandel out of that shit. And it's fire.
You're so nonchalant, Julian.
It is good
You're
though.
talking.
You put
yeah, we
you put
don't.
curry
Yeah.
on there.
Oh.
They put curry on there, and I, for one, am a huge supporter of cold frikandellenbroodjes. I know people like them warm. I don't mind them cold.
I prefer them.
I like it
cold.
this summer
I
if
don't
it's
like
hot as
Ines
fuck.
showed up today at my stand with one of those, and I was like, "What are you doing? Get out!" No, that's nasty.
It's good.
There's a lot of Dutch food I can understand. That is not one of them, at all.
Kroketten, kaassoufflé, bitterballen.
Okay, stop.
Lumpia's.
Let's go. Lumpia is not Dutch, by the way. That's not Dutch.
No, spring rolls aren't Dutch. Lumpia is.
Dude, that's the same thing if I say, oh, pasta is in Portuguese, massa is. You're just changing the word, it's the same food.
You call it lumpia.
Yeah, because I like it, it's funny.
Okay.
Let's talk about the farm. Let's go.
The farm.
But I'm talking about the girl, not the friend group. You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It was just you, her, and the
Her
makeup
and-
one.
Yeah. And then we joined. I don't know about joined, but we had eventually a friend group with her boyfriend's friends. Also, my boyfriend now.
The scary ones.
Yeah, the scary ones.
Was that how you met him?
That's how I met him. Yeah.
I mean, at least something good came out of there.
I know. And that's the only thing.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. But yeah, it's it was a weird time. I did things I shouldn't do. I did things I wouldn't do normally, but
You did
because I was with them, I did it. And I wouldn't do that.
Such as?
Um
You can't say that. Like, if you were watching a podcast and someone said that, I'll be like, fuck you.
okay. The amount of times I've been stopped or asked questions by the police because of those friend group, it was insane. With like,
But it's valid though.
But what were you guys doing? You were younger. It's okay.
yeah,
Hanna.
it was like riding on those scooters. One time. Wait, I have to think about it right now, because one time there was actually an incident that the police came to them, but I was already gone, so I didn't have anything to do with that. But I don't know, I can't like do like a good example,
Yeah.
but it was just with the police, for example. I never spoken to the police before meeting them. I never got in trouble, never did anything that I shouldn't do. I stole from stores. I stole like liquid sometimes from the stores. I wouldn't do that.
Liquid. What liquid?
Liquor.
Alcohol?
Yeah.
You stole alcohol? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I've stole stuff too, like mascara and like
No.
gum.
Like alcohol, like bottles of alcohol.
How? Doesn't that like beep?
No. You think it beeps, but it doesn't beep.
Guys, don't do this at home.
No, don't do that. But I did. My parents don't even know this, but yeah, I did one
Did you get
time.
Caught?
No, I didn't.
But they got caught with the scooter.
Yeah, I did. I did get caught with the scooter. But I didn't get in any trouble with that. So
What happened with the scooter?
I rode the scooter without a license.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I only got a warning. And then
So you, Julian, what helped you recognizing your worth and setting boundaries in friendships? Because you now have friends that you love.
I know.
And you don't have like 20 friends, but you have really good friendships.
Yeah.
So that's why we're worth it.
Yeah, I know. And I love my life right now.
Aww.
Like, I love it. And I realized it because of him. Because he has a friend group and they are so good for each other. And when I looked at my friend group and his friend group, I thought, why can't I have that? I want that. I don't want this. It's not
Yeah.
good. It's only toxic. There is only fights. They talk about each other behind the back. It was like not fun at all.
But it's very common, unfortunately. Like, that happens with a lot
Yeah.
of people.
Yeah, I know. And it's hard to find a friend group like his, but
True.
it's still, I realized that even if I couldn't get like a friend group like his, it's still not a good friend group. It's so toxic.
Better to be alone.
I know. And then the girl and the guy, they split up a lot of times. And every time she called us, like she called me, like, okay, can you come over and this and this, and then we did everything for her, and then eventually she would go back to him, and then we thought,
Oh,
it was
that's like
so
such
annoying.
Yeah, it's like when they're together, she doesn't need you, and then
Yeah.
they break up, and it's like, can you please come?
Yeah, that
Oh.
exactly. And
Fuck
then,
her, man.
And then yeah, I was just tired of it, and then one time there was like a time that I was already in a relationship with my boyfriend, with Salim, and I told him one secret about the girl with the makeup, that she cheated on her boyfriend in the first month. And I told him because I trusted him, and I thought, okay, I can't take this anymore. I'm so tired of her. I'm so mad at her. I'm just gonna tell him. So
yeah,
I
you
told,
needed to talk about it with
yeah, I
someone.
needed to talk about it with someone. I couldn't tell anyone. No one knew it. So I told him because it was the first month and we went to her city together, only together. And then at that party, we had a party at her friend's house, and then she was gone, like for, I don't know, almost an hour. She was gone, and I was just there with people I didn't know. I just met them. I was already scared, so yeah, I just texted her. Her phone was still there. Then eventually I heard her coming back, and then I heard, yeah, she kissed him. Yeah, and he kissed her. And then I thought, what the fuck? Because she told me on the train when we go there, she told me, like, don't tell anybody that I have a boyfriend. And I already felt like, okay, that's weird. Why don't you want anyone to know that you have a boyfriend? But still, I didn't, because she asked me, and I was her friend, so I thought, okay, sure. Then, eventually she came back, and I heard about that, and then I said, what are you doing? And she said, no, it's fine, it was nothing, I pushed him away. And then I heard her story, like, she pushed him away, but I heard his story from that guy she kissed, like, oh yeah, we kissed, and we did this, and we did that. So I told my boyfriend eventually, like, okay, this and this happened, and he just wanted to protect his friend because he doesn't want his friend with someone who lied to him for 8 months.
Yeah, but he was in a very shitty position too.
Yeah. So he told his friend, and eventually it was like, okay, there was this big fight between her and me because I told Salim, and she knew that I told him because I was the only one that knew. And then I was like, yeah, okay, but you asked me not to tell. And then she was like, okay, but can you please say that you were joking or something? And can you please say this? Or can you please change your story a bit? Because I don't want to lose him. And then I said, so you want me to lie about it again to fix your relationship with him? And then she said, yes. So I did. I tried to lie about the story I told. And then there was like a whole confusion, and then eventually it was her that said, it's like the summary because it was way too long of discussion, but the summary of it was like her that said, okay, you have to choose between you, your boyfriend, or us. Because the other friend was, I don't want to say it, but the other friend was like in her ass all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I chose my boyfriend because I love him very much, and I didn't.
They were bad friends.
Yeah, and that they even let me choose between me and my boyfriend. That was also one reason that they weren't good friends.
Yeah, otherwise they would have never said that.
No, I would never let my best friend choose between her and between me and her boyfriend. So it was
crazy.
done. After that, I was done with it, and I screen recorded all the chats they sent me on the last day. I had them on Snapchat. I still have those, actually.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, and after that I didn't have any contact with them anymore. But that girl with the makeup, I was in the same school with still, because it was the school in Breda here. And we went to, not the same class the first year. We weren't in the same class, but we were still in the same school, the same hallways and everything. So
That's
I
so
saw
awkward.
her a lot.
I would hate that.
I hated it because, as you can imagine, she told everyone things about me. And then I did the same thing I did in high school. I told everyone how things went from my story. How she cheated. How she let me choose between me and the boyfriend and everything. And I know that's bad for me too. I shouldn't have done that. But that was my only, like, savior to...
That's so...
Yeah, otherwise none of the girls in school with... Like,
yeah, if she's talking shit about you to everyone, then you're just trying to defend yourself.
Yeah, and that was the only thing I could use to defend myself with. So, but then I actually met those girls, those two girls I still have now. So that's when I truly realized that how different it is to have good friends and have toxic friends, because I always thought that that girl was my best friend. I always thought that. And then and they got tattoos together, like they have
Cool.
the
The other two.
the other two. They have like 224.
Are they still best friends?
They are, but I don't know for how long anymore, because
Yeah, but I mean, if one always does what the other one wants, like, that's not an issue.
But the other one, like the one that's also friends with his friends, she's really nice. She's actually really nice. But
Just kiss ass.
yeah, that's just the problem.
That it's always like that. That seems like a really like movie thing, movie
Yeah.
drama, like teen
Yeah.
movie drama. But I mean, you do have really good friends now.
I know, and that's why I'm feeling a lot better. But when this was all happening, I cried so much every time I was home. I thought like, why do I deserve this? Why can't I have like someone that
Okay.
cares for me, like actually cares for me, that asks like, how are you doing?
I ask, how are you
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah, I know. And I always had one friend in my own city that always was there
Yeah,
for me.
you also told me
Yeah, that I'm friends with her for like
Stara.
5 years. Yeah.
SO.
So I love her, and I love my two friends from now, and those girls made me realize how much I should appreciate, even if it's a small group.
It's better to have less, but better than.
And they made me realize how good they are, and
Aww, cute.
and how bad those other girls were.
Yeah, screw them.
Yeah.
They're gonna get bald.
Yeah. Bold.
Yeah, they're gonna lose all their hair.
Oh.
Bald. That's
Yeah. So that happened. And
So that happened.
that happened. Yeah. And that's just part of it. I didn't even tell like the whole story, because then I would be here for 5 hours longer.
They don't deserve to be on the spotlight for
No.
that long either.
No, but I wouldn't want them back, never. And I'm really glad that.
When was that all done?
I think it was almost 1.5 years ago that we split up, and that
Yeah, it's like worse than a breakup.
it really was, because it felt like I had to start over again.
And I'm glad you did, though.
Yeah, I'm really glad I did too.
I don't know if I would have liked that version of you.
I don't think I really don't think you would like me then,
Why?
because no, I don't think you would like me, because I would be
You can smoke! I don't know what we were talking about, though. Like, before it's cut.
That is going better with me now. That I really like my life right now without those two girls. Yeah. When I left them, I really had to find myself, and it took a really long time. I'm still finding myself.
Yeah, but from, like, a couple months ago, or, like, even weeks, like, you were, like, in a really, like, in a worse place, and you weren't doing that well. And I notice now that you're doing, like, way better.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
things
That's,
take time.
Yeah.
But you'll get there. I mean, you're way better already.
Yeah.
Like, you can see in, like, your face and everything.
I know, and I feel a lot happier than first, so...
And you didn't even need therapy.
Yeah.
Julian,
just
if your
needed
phone
to
keeps
find
beeping,
myself.
I'll kill you. Because I will hear in the microphone as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, Julian, this podcast is also yours, so maybe you can talk too before we end it, because I think you said, like, 3 things.
Thank you for
Dude!
being the friend we needed.
No,
No,
but
is there anything else? Oh.
he knows a lot about it too, because he heard it every day at the dinner table.
Yeah,
so
but he has to pretend he doesn't.
yeah,
How is that gonna
okay.
work?
No, not pretend, but, like, when Lotte told me her story, I also knew everything she was saying. But
Oh yeah. Okay.
people who are seeing don't know, so you still gotta ask questions, you know? Because, yeah.
But you're way better at asking the questions when it comes to
Dude,
stuff like this.
but
I
I-
know how to talk about it.
But I also do the social media, and the Instagram, and the captions, and the script, and...
Is there anything that you want to share or get off your chest before we finish the episode?
You're so unserious. I think you need a Capri Sun.
I think I need. Yeah. Okay.
We're promoting Capri Sun now.
The drink or
Both. I want
Okay.
PR. I want free PR.
no? Okay, but I want to.
If you could say
one
something.
thing. Okay. Wait, I already prepared that. I already said that too in the.
Say it now.
But I don't know anymore.
Yes, you do.
It was like.
It's about fitting in. I remember.
Oh. No, I don't know. It was something with if you.
You don't have to change for people. It was something like that.
Yeah, you don't have to change for people, and try to fit in. Just be yourself, and that's enough.
Yes, I agree. If you like strawberries and if you love strawberries, then tell people you love strawberries.
Indeed.
That was like one of our first conversations.
I know. Yeah, I love strawberries.
Anyways, guys, thank you for watching another episode. This will be the last for a bit now, because I'm going on vacation, man. Yeah. Anyways, thank you. And I hope Hanna was the friend you needed today. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for listening.
Okay, you can go.
Bye.
You can go cut it now.